Hello and welcome to the kitchen table on Friday. It's good to gather again. And if I'm honest, it's actually really hard to gather again. Today we've just had some bad news that one of our church members, Geraldine, has sadly lost her battle with COVID-19. And this morning she has passed into peace with the Lord. I was thinking about Geraldine, and we've been journeying together the last few days and with her family. And I couldn't help think about her smile, her sense of humour. She comes from the Midlands, so some of you will know what that means. But her verve for life, her determination for life was really, really strong. And as I rang around some of her friends and shared the bad news, I was talking earlier with somebody who talked about friendship and fellowship as being something that at the moment is really important in life for them. And with the loss of Geraldine, who was indeed a good friend for many people, it made me think about what friendship and fellowship looks like in lockdown situation. What does it look like in a world where we don't connect in the same way as we used to? All throughout the Bible we see Jesus connecting in ministry with his friends, his disciples, as well as with all the others that he encountered and healed and loved. The friendships that Jesus had with his closest disciples was based around teaching and growing together, based around a table, sharing food together often, walking and talking and sharing something of each other. Friendship is like that. Sometimes there's a to and fro. Sometimes you can be so close to someone it feels like there's almost no separation. Other times you can have friends that you might see once in a decade, and when you meet them it's like you saw them yesterday. There is no distance. The bonds of friendship are there and deep and real. Friendship sometimes takes more work than others. Sometimes fellowship is about standing still and thinking, I haven't caught up. Fellowship is about making an effort sometimes to spend time with one another. But in this time when we're not so easily able to do that, so when people are grieving, you can't go around, throw your arms around someone, give them a hug and a cup of tea and make things feel together that bit better. So how do we support, how do we love, how do we share in these days? Technology is wonderful. The telephone is an amazing tool, and we're able to share what we're feeling with one another. We can see pictures of those we love and those we miss, and we make ways of connecting. But in these times it does take more thought. When we get wrapped up in our bubble with our own little routines that we develop, or our own fears, our own anxieties, when everything can feel a bit clouded in some days, on those days it's really important to think about what friendship means. I want to share with you what it says about friendship in Colossians, reading from chapter 3. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness and patience. Bear with each other and forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. That's a beautiful image, and it comes under the heading of Rules for Holy Living. Holy living. It's not as easy as it sounds. But in these hard times, whether it's somebody that you know who might be grieving or lonely or really unwell, it might be that there's somebody that you know that's really positive and upbeat, and you want to just have a little bit of that too. But whatever, making the effort to connect with one another, writing a letter, making that phone call, sending a text, bearing with one another, showing compassion and truly listening to the pain and the joy in each other's lives. That really matters always. It particularly matters now. And it matters too that we have those feelings of care, compassion, and love, not just for those who are dear to us, but for those we don't know, and those who are struggling in ways we might not even begin to imagine. And we can bear with them too, in prayer, in generosity, in love. Shall we pray? Loving God, today we are so aware of the cost this virus has upon so many people. And as each day goes by and numbers rise, and families are touched by this pain, Lord, we pray your healing upon this nation and all nations, that your love, your compassion, and your gentleness be upon all those affected. Help us, Lord, to be your hands and your feet, that our lips might speak your words of comfort and of care. Amen. Whatever your day has been, whatever your day will be, I wish you well in it and hope you are safe. We will be gathering again on Sunday to worship. Bring tea and toast, cake and juice, bread and wine, and together we will have a meal of remembrance. So join us on Sunday morning. We'll be up on air by 10 o'clock. It'll be good to see you there. God bless. Bye for now.